On August 23rd, 2025, a small little underground movie came out called K-Pop Demon Hunters. You probably haven't heard of it, but the film is actually quite good. Hot take, I know. So I made this video to spread awareness of this movie, as you've likely not heard anything about it. It's one of the most slept on and one of the most unpopular films of the year. Alongside the film itself being slept on, the music from the movie is also underappreciated. Like, no one is listening to the songs from this movie, and that's a crime. Alright, jokes aside, this movie quickly became insanely popular, along with the banger soundtrack. If you've been alive at all during the past few months, chances are you cannot escape this movie. Well, Raisin, if the movie's so popular, then why are you making a video on it? Well, dear viewer, the Nimona video is taking a bit longer than expected, and my ADHD kicked in, and I decided I wanted to make a video on K-Pop Demon Hunters because this film is seriously good, and I cannot stop thinking about it. So this is the video now. I first watched this film on September 7th, 2025 on a car ride to a hike. Keen viewers of the Possum Gang will know that this is the day after I released my Bacon Guy video, which became a modest success. During that car ride, even though my sister was blasting white girl bangers, I was locked the fluff in on K-Pop Demon Hunters. This movie just has such a unique visual identity and style. That's the pretentious way to say that the animation was really good. I was also locked in on the songs, even if they were a bit hard to hear due to my sister blasting We Are Who We Are by Kesha at full volume. Fire song, by the way. I'm not even a fan of K-pop music, but I love the songs. K-pop fans, please do not come after me. I don't hate K-pop music, I'm just not familiar with it. Anyways, before talking about more of this movie, I'll just go over the major premise of the film. This is Huntrix, and they're one of the biggest K-pop girl groups to exist. But they aren't just K-pop idols. They're, like their name suggests, hunters. They hunt demons. Bet you couldn't have guessed that from the title of the movie. The girls actually have musical powers, and through the power of song, they keep the demons at bay by keeping the Honmoon stable. It's actually kind of smart to have the characters have musical powers, as it doesn't really feel too jarring or unrealistic when they break out into song, which is a problem other musicals have. Not like this movie's that realistic though. Unfortunately for Huntrix, this rat, I mean demon, named Jinu, proposes a plan to Guima to make a rival K-pop boy band to take the fame away from Huntrix, so the demons can take over the world. Why does Jinu want to do this? Well, besides him being the worst human being on the planet, he has his reasons. Anyways, the girls sing songs, kick ass, and learn the true meaning of friendship. Speaking of the girls, let's get into them. Before diving into Rumi, let's get into the other girls. This is Mira. She's the more stoic and seemingly unemotional member of the group. She's described as having a lot of jagged edges, but underneath her harsh exterior, she's a softie who really cares for her friends. The role she plays in Huntrix is that she is a dance coordinator. Next up, we've got the GOAT. I mean Zoe. She's my favorite character. You probably didn't know that. It's not like it's on the thumbnail or anything. She's from America, and she's the rapper and main lyricist of Huntrix. Her character is largely defined by her hyper personality, which can become grating after a while on some people. She also probably has some type of neurodivergence, probably some ADHD, maybe some autism. She's also known for having lots of ideas and writing them down in journals. Hey, that's what I do. Her struggles come from the fact that before joining Huntrix, she had to hide and mask a lot of her personality, as many people found her annoying. As someone with ADHD, I have to do this too sometimes because I am a certified yapper. You probably didn't know that though, and I can come across as a lot for some people. I can see a lot of neurodivergent people relating to Zoe and her conflict of trying to mask and hide who she really is, which is one of the main themes of the movie, but we'll get into that later. Then there's Rumi. She's the main member of Huntrix and the main character of the movie. She's the lead vocalist, and she basically sings all the lines in every song. I mean, she is nice. She'll give a line or two to Mira and Zoe every once in a while, but yeah, she's giving some serious main character energy. Rumi is a workaholic who suffers from a lot of anxiety. Why does she suffer from anxiety, Raisin? Well, the answer is that she is part demon. She's not on the side of Guima and the demons though, and she's not under his control. The other Huntrix girls though don't know Rumi's dark secret, as she hasn't told her friends about it. I wonder if this will lead to future drama and tension in the movie as Rumi continues to hide who she is. Hopefully there isn't an unfortunate event where it's revealed to the other girls that Rumi is a demon, leading to the main characters breaking up at the end of the second act to raise the physical and emotional stakes of the third act. No, that wouldn't happen. Anyways, this movie is really good. The opening scene perfectly sets the tone and vibe for the rest of the film. The plane action sequence is phenomenal, with stellar animation, choreography, lighting, color grading, dynamic shots, and music all merging to create a dynamic, exciting, and fun introduction into the film. Look, they're dropping from the battle bus. This is a Fortnite reference. Oh my gosh. Every action scene in this movie is honestly phenomenal. The shots are always dynamic and rarely ever static, creating an engaging viewing experience. When I call the shots dynamic, I don't mean it's like some bottom of the barrel action film that has the shakiest camera you've ever seen during any fight scene to try and hide the bad choreography. That's the power of animation. You can literally do anything with it. Hopefully the executives at Netflix understand this and don't try and make a live action remake of it or something. Okay, the live action remake got cancelled, but they were considering it, which is wild. Every character also has a unique fighting style which thematically ties into their character. Mira is someone who tends to keep people at a distance to avoid being vulnerable. That's why she uses this long spear weapon thing to keep her distance from the demons. Zoe is someone with a lot of thoughts and is known for her flurry of words in her rap verses, so she uses a flurry of knives as her weapon. And Rumi has a sword because she's the main character. I don't really know, guys. If there's some thematic reason why she uses a sword, please tell me in the comments. I do actually read them. Every single one of them. All the 4,000 comments on the Baking Guy video, I read them all. Alright, now I think it's time to get into the demons. This is Guima. He's the main villain of the film. He controls all the demons and makes them relive their darkest moments if they don't fall in line. He is also played by the guy who plays the frontman in Squid Game. If you're still unfamiliar with the actor, he's most known for being next to player 456 in this iconic gif. Guima isn't the only villain of the movie though, there are others. Let me introduce to you my most hated character of the film, Jinu. Fuck ass Jinu. Jinu proposes to Guima that they should make a counter group to Huntrix, which is a demon boy band group. Guima is intrigued and accepts Jinu's offer, but he knows that Jinu has his own personal reasons for doing this. Jinu asks Guima if he can break down the Honmoon, then Guima will erase his bad memories. Guima obliges and Jinu recruits a few fuck-ass demon background characters to help him on his expedition to destroy the entire world. You see why I don't like him, right? Anyways, Rumi somehow sees something in Jinu. Jinu finds out about her demon patterns but doesn't tell the other girls. Throughout the film, Rumi and Jinu start hanging out and they actually kind of develop feelings for each other. Rumi looks past all the murder Jinu is committing and causing because deep down she really wants Jinu not to be a horrible person. Rumi is part demon, and if she can prove that Jinu, who is a demon, is not a horrible person, then maybe there is some hope left for her. This is kind of similar to an arc in Supernatural Season 2. Spoiler alert, skip to this part to avoid spoilers. Sam is revealed to be part supernatural, and throughout Season 2, he's constantly trying to prove that some of the monsters are good. He does this because if other monsters can be redeemed, so can he. That's his main arc that season, and it leads to a few phenomenal episodes like Heart, where Jared Padalecki gives one of the best performances I've seen in any show. Anyways, back to the silly animated musical movie and not the depressing, dour, and scary supernatural show that I've been watching over the course of the past few months. Anyways, Rumi is a dumbass. This rat is murdering people for completely selfish reasons, and Rumi is looking past every single red flag for genuinely no reason. And I guess if you look through rose-colored glasses, all the red flags just look like flags. Fire quote, I love BoJack Horseman. Anyways, yeah, the relationship between Jinu and Rumi is also like really creepy. Jinu is like really old, and not like some run-of-the-mill unk, like he's hundreds of years old, I think. And he's trying to get with someone who's in her 20s. Like come on, Jinu, there's gotta be some demon baddies your age that you can hook up with, come on. Anyways, surprise, surprise, Jinu is a bad person. Who could have guessed? He explained his tragic backstory to Rumi and said that he heard Guima, and Guima promised him that he and his family would escape poverty. So he and his family escaped poverty, but then Jinu got overtaken by the patterns and became a prisoner to Guima. His family then lost everything. Except that wasn't the real story. Jinu wasn't actually able to bring his family with him, and he knew that from the start. He abandoned his family to live in the palace, damning his family to a life of crippling poverty. It's also heavily implied that Jinu's family fucking died because of the actions that Jinu took. There's definitely something to say about how this could be commentary on how poverty leads people to do things that they normally wouldn't. And it could potentially be commentary on how money can make people do selfish things. And Jinu is very selfish. Jinu wants to hide from his past, his mistakes, who he is. He doesn't ever make peace with himself. He never really accepts who he is, and that's what makes him a villain and Rumi a good guy. At the end of the movie, Rumi and the other Huntrix girls embrace who they are, every piece of themselves, even parts that they are ashamed of. Rumi didn't run from her problems when she messed up. She made it up to the people she cared about. She embraced herself in all the parts of herself, leading to her voice coming back and their eventual win against Guima. Also, Jinu sacrifices himself at the end, and I didn't really care because he murdered people, and him doing one good deed and then dying wasn't gonna really make me think that he was redeemed. This is a trope seen in lots of media where the villain gets redeemed and then they just die and they don't face any actual consequences of their actions. I think K-pop Demon Hunters did this trope well though, as no one really mourns Jinu. He was a bad guy, and although he was sympathetic at some moments, it didn't really redeem him. Anyways, let's go back and talk about the themes. K-pop Demon Hunters has a very overt and prominent theme of self-love and acceptance. There's themes of embracing who you really are and not hiding yourself. Zoe often masked her true self, and when she started opening up to people and being herself, she gained success and became a member of the biggest girl K-pop group. Rumi hid who she was, and no thanks to her mental Celine, she was told to hide who she really is. There's definitely some themes of generational trauma with how that can be passed down for years to come. I find it really interesting how Celine never really had a moment where she admitted she was wrong. Even when Rumi was at her lowest, Celine still told her to hide and repress herself. Although Celine had good intentions, she kind of fucked everything up. Celine was an idol, and as an idol and celebrity, you were put upon a pedestal where you have to be absolutely perfect and never make a mistake. She uses this mentality from being an idol to try and make Rumi hide the less desirable parts about herself. As idols at the end of the film, Rumi, Mira, and Zoe show a surprising amount of vulnerability on stage. They don't try to be perfect as they embrace who they really are. The message is clear that opening up and accepting who you really are won't always push people away. There will always be people there to show support to you even if you don't realize that. Anyways, that was an overly long explanation on how the main theme of the movie is to accept yourself and to trust your friends. Now let's move on to talk about the songs, because this is the fun part of the video. I'm gonna rank the songs from worst to best, and this is all my opinion, so make sure to comment your rankings in the comments. As I've stated earlier, I do read all the comments, and I really do appreciate them, because it gives me something to do instead of doom scrolling on YouTube Shorts of all places. I also do like all of these songs. I could probably sing every single one of them with like a 90% accuracy, which is really good for me because my memory is worse than a goldfish. Well, actually, opossums have a surprisingly good memory from what I've read, but apparently not me. Anyways, let's go into the ranking. In last/7th place, we have Soda Pop. I originally hated this song when I first heard it, but it is kind of an earworm. It's not something I would actually listen to, but I definitely see why Senior Chang and Zoe were vibing to the song. It's not a song that appeals to me, but it is objectively good. Well, all of these songs are. Next we have Free. This song is just not really my vibe. It's a bit of a slower song, but it does have some great development for Rumi and Jinu. Speaking of Jinu, he has such a fire verse in the song, like, oh my god, he was just singing his heart out. I like this song, but it's not my favorite, and I'm really not a fan of the relationship between Rumi and Jinu, so I can't really rank this song too high. In 5th place, we have How It's Done. Now, this song might be in one of my favorite sequences of the movie, the opening scene, which is perfect, but as a song, it's not really my favorite. Like I've stated earlier, all of the songs are great, it's just I don't connect with this song as much as the others. I do love how it's a great introduction to the characters and how Mira and Zoe actually get lines in the song and not just cameos. The pre-chorus of this song is legendary though, and I feel like I'm ascending to heaven every time I listen to it. I just don't really vibe with all the rapping and stuff, except when Zoe talks because she's a fucking icon. Anyways, this song is good and I think it's paired with one of the best action sequences of the movie. But as a song on its own, it's not my favorite. Alright, these next 4 are basically interchangeable besides number 1, so it's a very close ranking, so they could change at any moment. Number 4 is What It Sounds Like. I love this song. First off, it's the longest song and I miss long songs. Lady Gaga kind of brought back 4-minute songs with Mayhem, so that's good, but there was an era in pop music where every song was like 2 minutes or less in order to get a hopefully good soundbite for TikTok. I also like how this song is a crescendo of the plot in Rumi's character arc. It's really satisfying to see all the Huntrix girls reunite and fight evil demons. My only problem with the song is that Mira and Zoe barely get any lines, and I feel like they didn't really have a character arc in the movie, but I'll get more into that in the section where I talk about what I don't like of the film. I love the lyrics in this song though. I could list all of them, but I'll just list a few. Why did we cover up all the colors stuck inside our head, and now I'm seeing all the beauty in the broken glass are some of my favorite lines. This song is great, but it doesn't really quite reach the highs of the other songs. Speaking of the other songs, 3rd place goes to Takedown. Now, I'm talking about the version in the movie and not the version sung by Twice because I like the movie version better. This song just slaps. It's fast paced and just a great listen. It wonderfully ties in thematically with what Rumi's arc is in the film. During the song, she has to sing lines like "a demon with no feelings don't deserve to live," and she really has to go against who she is. During this song, she's masking and hiding who she is harder than she's done throughout the entire movie. I also love how this song comes up later in the movie when the demons impersonate Mira and Zoe and reveal who Rumi really is. Like, it's just such a great moment and I didn't see it coming, even though it seems kind of obvious in hindsight. Anyways, this song is just a vibe and I like the ruthless side of the girls that is shown off in this song. The second best song of the movie is Your Idol. This is just such a tough villain song and the atmosphere is impeccable. When the Saja boys started singing this song, I got goosebumps, like holy guacamole. Jinu and the goons are singing to an entire stadium about how they're going to fucking die. The atmosphere of the song is so good. As a horror fan, the dreadful and eerie nature of the scene and song is just really cool. Also, I'm not saying that this movie's like a horror movie and it's the scariest thing that I've ever watched, but I do like the dark vibes. Like, it's just such a cool song and the Saja boys are just aura farming so hard. I wish I had better dictation and a better vocabulary to really give this song the explanation it deserves. Anyways, I think Baby Saja has the best voice. Like, it's just fire. The chant at the beginning of the song is also such an underrated touch as it adds to the dreadful and ominous nature of the song. The song is just really good and you all know it's good. Now let's talk about the best song from the entire movie. The best song from Kpop Demon Hunters is The Friends We Made Along the Way. The songs don't matter. Friendship does. Okay, yeah, Golden is the best song. Who could have guessed? We all know it's the best. Also, I don't want to see your comments saying that Golden isn't the best. Come on, let's be honest, it's the best song. You can call me basic in the comments, but you know I'm right. Anyways, this song is just fire. There's a reason it plays like 5,000 times during the movie, and there's a reason why it's the most popular song from the movie. On a personal note, this song was so amazing to listen to when my baking guy video was blowing up. This song helped hype me up. Before the baking guy video released, I had like 15 subscribers and they were all just my friends, and some were alt accounts of my friends, but I just can't quite prove that. So I just want to give a thank you to everyone who subscribed and joined the Possum Gang, and to everyone who liked the video, commented, or disliked the video, as it does lead to more engagement, which pushes it farther in the algorithm. It's just so insane to see all the support in my video. I did not think it would blow up, because at the time my Lilo and Stitch video was sitting at a sizable 30 views. But now I have nearly 4,000 subscribers and I'm also monetized now, so I can make money. I wish all the views from the baking guy video counted towards money, because I would have earned so much money from it, but the fact that I've made money on it at all is really cool. YouTube has been my dream for years, and I want to thank everyone for giving my video and channel a chance. You are all awesome. Or should I say possum? Yeah, no, I'm so sorry for saying that. I shouldn't have. I'm so sorry. Anyways, before we wrap this video up, I'm just gonna go over my criticisms of the movie. Don't worry, it'll be quick. There's not much I dislike. The main problem I have with this movie is that it feels like the other members of Huntrix didn't get much to do. They were very well characterized and engaging characters, and you can feel the care that went into them, but honestly, they don't really do anything. I wish Mira or Zoe had a real arc, as it could have made the movie better in my opinion. But I understand that they wanted to make a short and fast-paced movie, and spending too much time on side characters could have made the film lose some of that breakneck, fast pacing. Anyways, that's my only real criticism of the movie. There's definitely some nitpicks I can get into, but this is the only actually important thing that I didn't like. In conclusion, yes, I wrote in conclusion because apparently I have the writing style of a 5th grader. K-pop Demon Hunters is really freaking good. It's a great time and I highly recommend the movie. I know people are put off by the name of the movie, but it's actually way better than you think it is. The movie is also highly entertaining and I wasn't bored a single second during my watch. I also have a strong desire to rewatch this movie, even though I just watched it less than 2 weeks ago at the time of writing this video. The music and action of this film are top notch, and there's a reason that K-pop Demon Hunters has had this much of an impact on pop culture as it has. Anyways, yeah, the movie that everyone says is good and that everyone watched and that everyone liked is actually good. Shocker, I know. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share, because it helps out so much more than you might think. I'm so grateful for the support on the channel. I'm gonna keep on making better and better content. Anyways, join the Possum Gang. Have a great day. Bye.